And there is a perfect alignment, a nano adjustments from the very cellular level, that indeed the physical body in its own consciousness automatically prepares, attune, and align to hold and exchange the highest of celestial frequencies, now pouring in and receiving through the higher heart of compassion and unconditional love for each and every sacred being in this moment, here now, connecting through the hearts and minds of those who love and care. Indeed, beloveds, it is through the higher heart of compassion, of unconditional love, that the higher celestial frequency codes can connect, integrate, and anchor upon the sacred earth. For it is her children who are the great containers, who are the great lightning rods to hold the higher frequencies, to move in through them and on to the sacred earth. O beloveds, it indeed in the frequency of great resonant fields that you will see that there are those parts of the world that seem to be able to thrive and transcend while others don't. Some of it has to do with the consciousness of the very children upon the earth. So many that has been blocked, disassembled and reassembled into a false dynamic. And so we come together to ignite the fire that is within the heart, the fire of the divine. We come in emblazing the higher vision of each and every one. For the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten to hold that flame, to send forth that illumined light, to anchor in the subliminal light from the highest regions of the ascended worlds, from the crystalline cities to the Shambhala worlds, to the paradise world. And we say to you, beloved, that it is indeed through your capacity to hold light, your capacity to be in your strength and power as you continue to hold the balance within yourself, as you practice and move forward, as you strive to improve yourself each and every day, as you make this your spiritual practice to move upon your path of light, ever unfolding, ever piercing through the delusions and the illusions, coming into new layers of clarity, new layers of vision, and new layers of purpose. We hold this divine sacred collective now to those who have forgotten, to those that only know despair, to those who hold fear, and to those who have been misguided. For indeed, there is the connection of the higher Atman Kadman, the divine human that reaches all humans throughout the multiverse. But we think here now of the humanity upon the surface of the great Gaia. We think now of those who've held the knowledge, the indigenous wisdom, and who throughout time has been decimated, has been put asunder, no longer being holding the frequency embedded as the guardianship as such. But yet there are the few that still hold that flame. And we say to you, beloved, it is you that hold that flame within your hearts. It is you that has that vision and that knowing. And so as one lit match can ignite many matches, we come together now to ignite within the hearts and minds of humanity who have forgotten, who has been misled and astray, to bring back those beloveds, just as the prodigal son that was discussed as an allegory by Jesus the Christ. And we come together as a Christedhood, as a divine Maitreya, as the ascended family of light, holding the everlasting illumined divine light of the Adam Kadmon, the divine human, the sacred one. Those who remember the sacredness of this planet, and through all her transformations, through all the civilizations that has come and has gone, through all of her history, and to all of the galactic history, that all of this now comes into a pinnacle point to bring the various timelines that are needed to be healed, aligned, recapitulated into the Christed Divine Maitreya timeline of all the possibilities in the convergence of timelines in this moment now. It is the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten to ignite into the hearts and minds of the Adam Kadmon, of which all humanity shares. And in the most desolate of places, in the hardest of times, and in the darkness that souls upon this earth may find themselves, there is still that light, for it can never be distinguished. And as you would reach out to your own brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, friends and community, so too the family of light, the divine Adam Kadmon, the divine human, the blueprint that connects us all, now comes forth. See clearly in your spiritual eyes, beloved, as you begin to feel and sense the energy coursing through your physical, mental, and emotional bodies. That part of yourself, the higher heart, or compassion and unconditional love, which is the birthright of the Adam Kadmon, the divine human. The divine human made in the image and the similitude of the eternal Father, eternal Mother. El Elyon, the highest of the high, the one and the source, which is love. And that energy begins to move within the heart center. It travels through the nervous system and through the circulatory system of the biology. It moves now in the synapses within the brain, and the electrical circuit now begins to become more active and illumined as the thought of the Adam Kadmon, the divine human, the imprint of that begins to manifest by thought, intention, and prayer. Oh, beloveds, we come together as the family of light. We now are in a resonant field and capability as never before to reach the higher celestial realms of light with more ease and grace. Indeed, beloveds, there has been the interweaving of heaven and earth and into those vibrational guidelines and benchmarks, now blurring. The demarcation not as strong as it has been. The dissolvement of hard, strict parameters now becoming pliable, malleable. And so there is the interweaving of various frequencies of realities, blending, coursing one into the other, as strong lines of demarcation begin to disassemble. And so now, more than any other time, in the times of this type, that has been constricted and in a perimeter because of the children of light, in the generations that has come and those that will come again, that have held the light and the memory, and as resonating fields, piercing through the illusions and the delusions, piercing through parameters and boundaries. The time has come now to reach the ascended realms more directly, easily, and with grace. And in the celestial city of Zion resides the great Adam Kadmon, the highest aeon of the most sacred human, the blueprint, the image, the similitude. And as this sacred divine grace pours in, it reminds us of who we are, what we have come to do. And we realize here in this sacred now, each and every sacred in-breath and out-breath is infused with the blueprint of the Adam Kadmon, the sacred divine human. The template of love, creativity, and illumination, the creator of worlds, now coming into more clarity, anchoring with more focus within the gravitational pull of the sacred earth and into the hearts and minds of her children. We simply allow, beloveds, for this divine sacred energy meandering in and through us, tethering us to the highest of the celestial realms, from the macro to the micro, tethering and holding this frequency of the sacred Adam Kadmon, the divine human, that its template moves throughout the human kingdom, that it moves into the hearts that have been hardened. It moves to the hearts that have turned to stone. It moves into the hearts that have been so wounded. It moves into the hearts who have forgotten. For the family of light come together, and we hold the sacredness of the Adam Kadmon, the divine human, in the remembering in each and every soul upon the sacred earth that hold this blueprint for it to be once again activated, illumined, and enlarged, no longer compressed and hidden, that the divine sacred powers, the divine sacred abilities now come back online. It is as if it is the great reboot of the Adam Kadmon, the original thought form, the original intention, the original purpose. And as the energies course through your pumping heart, as it moves into the electrical system of your human body, as it moves into the nervous system, the very synapse of your brain, as it moves across your skin, as it moves into every organ, into every cell, into every organelle, as it moves into the atomic and the subatomic levels, as it moves the electron spin, creating and activating the radiance and the illumination of the higher frequencies of light that you hold. And indeed, beloved, the floodgates are opened to the children of light who have walked their path. And in so many cases, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, to this tipping point, where a quantum leap in the re-remembering and anchoring in more profoundly the sacred Adam Kadmon, the sacred human, coming back online. And those that carry the blueprint now ignite others, the blueprint that's within them, shaking them out of a deep slumber, awakening again the magnificence and the beauty of the sacred human and its charge over this earth, as well as many, many other celestial bodies ever involved in the evolution and revolution of life. Taking charge once again, bringing back into the throne of the beloved their royal place among the stars. Beloveds, we say to you as the family of light that it is through the sincere heart's dreaming, that part that you have heard of your soul pushing you on and forward beyond fears, beyond not knowing, to bring bravery, to make known the unknown so you can grow, so you can evolve, so you can come into the precipice of your purpose with clarity and understanding, to be even more than you are already. For there is so much that is needed to be done. And we say to you, beloveds, as we have said to you many, many times, are you not the most powerful alchemist to take on the human body which was necessary to operate from a 3-density world, even when most of you have come from 5th, 6th, 7th, and yes, 8th densities, to move down in vibration to a 3-density, 3-dimensional world, to courage in itself, as you are understanding and knowing that so many can be caught up in the wheel of karma and forget. But here you are, beloveds, being able to hold, resonate, integrate with the Adam Kadmon, your true essence, your true image, bringing that into the field once again upon the sacred earth, anchoring through you and tethering the higher worlds of Zion, the higher paradise worlds, crystalline worlds, Shambhala worlds, connecting through you. Indeed, beloveds, this is a quantum leap. And we see the vision looking very bright and optimistic. For the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten are emboldened now in their love for God, in their willingness to make known the unknown so they can be all they can be in this great time, in the cycles of time, the greatest of opportunities for the ascension, not only for themselves, but for everyone in all kingdoms and the sacred Gaia. Not only for the sacred Gaia, beloveds, for we will share this with you as well. You ripple across all timelines, all possibilities. And indeed, beloveds, the sacred earth has much history, much layers, and much levels. And so there is the great clarion call to bring balance to this universe once again. To bring in the balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. To bring that perfect balance into this universe. To anchor in the higher peace of the Shalom Shalom, the peace that surpasses all human understanding. To bring into once again the consciousness of oneness, great diversity, ever evolving with the underlying understanding of the oneness of it all, the symbiotic relationship that create organisms. And these organisms that are created as units and parts of great diversity, but yet symbiotic. So when this memory comes back, your cosmic memory is once again ignited, even as the codons in your DNA begin to stir and move and fire. Even as dormant DNA begins to stir. As you hold each and every sacred in-breath and out-breath sacred. As you allow yourself to move into the dream worlds of a Shambhala world, of a paradise world, as an Eden tree world, as you grow among the branches that stir you up beyond the gravitational pull of the earth, because you now remember you are so much more, and embodying the entire universe and the omni-essence and sentience of who and what you are in your truest form in the Adam Kadmon. Embracing it all, understanding it all, being it all at once. We say to you, beloved, the boundaries and the perimeters, the demarcations are now becoming more pliable, more malleable, less defined. And so you will weave in and out through dream state, inspiration, meditation, layers and layers expanding, because you choose to move and listen to the soul pulse that guides you beyond your fear, making known the unknown, for your love of the divine is that strong and overcomes the challenges. See clearly now, beloveds, as we are infused with the radiant ones holding the divine sacred codes of the Autumn Kadmon, the frequencies of light, the stralings of light, moving in and through the tethering of the higher Zion worlds, the Autumn Kadmon, the sacred original blueprint, emanating, radiating, coming within your sacred holy field, knowing that each and every sacred in-breath and out-breath anchors this deeply within the physical, mental, and emotional world you find yourself in. That you open to be the great container upon the three-dimensional world to receive this holy sacred grace from the highest celestial realms of light. You understand the sacredness of this grace that pours in. And not only do you breathe into the lungs, all of your physical, mental, and emotional body breathes this sacred coding of the Adam Kadmon, the divine human. And your breath, your sacred breath, moves it throughout the entire world. It moves into the human kingdom. And we see the spirit of the Adam Kadmon rising from the ashes, moving beyond limitation and parameters and demarcations, piercing through the illusions and the delusions, clearing the way for themselves and for others, creating the new path of illumined light, the higher vision beyond this world, moving into the true world. We can see the brilliance of it. We can see the Amishadai, the family of light, those radiant ones there, now closer and within reach more than ever, that there is a great divine plan, and the children of light upon the earth play such an important role. So together, beloved, we breathe in the divine grace of the Atman Kadmon, our blueprint. We hold it for those who have forgotten. Knowing that each and every sacred in-breath and out-breath is holy as it circulates the divine sacred codes from the higher Zion worlds of the Adam Kadmon. Hold your positions. And as this sacred energy flows in, our original blueprint emblazoned in the Atman Kadmon, our cosmic memory comes back front and center. The divine human codings come back online. And as we rise in awareness and consciousness, we come into balance in our abilities and our powers through the higher heart of compassion and unconditional love as the way back home. And we are the way showers for others. Aligning once again with the Adam Kadmon, our divine blueprint, as great Elohim and co-creators. We come together to create an illumined world, an ascended world of perfect balance and anchored peace. And now the thought of the return comes. And as we could stay in this bliss seemingly forever, we know that there is much to be done. And we are grateful for the grace and the connection with the Adam Kadmon blueprint more emblazoned within us, and that we can ignite others with their Adam Kadmon, the blueprint of who they truly are. We come together as the great Adam Kadmon, the divine human, and we rise once again. We acknowledge the grace bestowed upon us and all the illumined radiant ones who supported and helped for this to connect and make happen. We prepare ourselves knowing that we have been changed and altered, holding the higher light of compassion, unconditional love, and the radiance that shines within and around us. Ever being mindful with this gift that there is much that we are responsible for, and move forward with compassion. And we prepare ourselves to come back as the energies begin to step down, as the most radiant ones begin to draw in their electromagnetic field, as we know to draw in our electromagnetic field, as we put forth the intention to be back fully in our physical, mental, and emotional bodies, but ever tethered to the great Adam Kadmon. On the count of 3, we will intend to be back, awake and alert and very grounded. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3, we are back, awake, alert, and we are grounded.